Hello, good morning. For this session, we will discuss the aquatic biome. When we say aquatic biome, it occupies the largest part of the biosphere. It has two major categories, the marine biome and the freshwater biome. So we are talking about the aquatic environment within the Earth's biosphere. Let's start with the marine region. It contains all the salty water of seas. It is it covers the 75% of Earth. Its distribution is divided between oceans, coral reefs, and estuaries. Let's start with the ocean. It is the largest body of water and divided into three layers. So here is the diagram of the ocean. The first layer is the euphotic or sunlight zone. It is top the first 600 feet at the top of the ocean. It has the warmer temperature. Next layer is the despotic or twilight zone. It covers from 600 to 3,000 feet below the surface of the ocean. It is murky and has colder temperature. While the 3,000 feet above or below the ocean surface, we call that the aphotic or midnight zone. It is a very dark and near freezing temperature. So sunlight cannot penetrate the ocean through from 3,000 feet under the surface of the ocean. We have the major oceans, the Pacific Ocean. It is the biggest ocean. It covers 30% of the Earth. Its depth is 3,800 meters below sea level. Its temperature ranges from 30 degrees Celsius to negative 2 degrees Celsius. It also has the natural resources like oil, gas, and fish, and also sand. Next is the Atlantic Ocean. Its temperature ranges from 2.5 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius in winter, and in summer it reaches 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. It also has the natural resources like oil and gas, fish, marine mammals, and some precious stones. Next, the Indian Ocean, where the temperature ranges from negative 1 degree Celsius to 28 degrees Celsius. It also has the natural resources like oil, gas, and fishes. Next is the Southern Ocean. It vary from about 10 degrees Celsius to negative 2 degrees Celsius. Its natural resources include large and possible giant oil and gas fields, freshwater icebergs, whales, and seals. We also have the Arctic Ocean. Its temperature vary from negative 30 degrees to negative 70 degrees Celsius. It also has natural resources like sand, oil, and gas field. So after the ocean, let's move on to the coral reef. So marine ridges and mounds are built by the coral reef. So it formed as a result of deposition of calcium carbonate by living organisms. Coral reefs are solid, long-lasting structures. Their solidity is due to the fact that they are formed by the hard parts of the animal. So the animal skeletons make up a coral reef. They protect the coastal shores from the impact of the sea and the waves, found where sunlight is easily reachable because coral reef need sunlight to live. Next is the importance of coral reef. Fisheries reefs provide habitat for important recreational and subsistence fisheries. It also protects our shorelines. Reefs prevent loss of life and poverty by protecting the shorelines. Pharmaceuticals reefs are considered medicine cabinets for the future. Tourism. Reefs attract ecotourism and much needed currency for local economies. And also education, reefs are living laboratories for scientists and students. So the temperature that coral reefs lives ranges from 20 to 29 degrees Celsius. Next, marina biome is estuary. So estuaries is are the places where rivers meet the sea. So we call that estuaries, where rivers meet the sea. So they are partially enclosed body of water along the coast where fresh water and stream meets and mixes with salt water from the ocean. Estuarine environments are among the most productive on Earth, creating more organic matter each year. Many different habitat types found in and around estuaries. It includes salt marshes, swamps, mangrove forests, thousands of species of birds, mammals, fish, and other wildlife. They depend on estuarine habitats as places to live, feed, and reproduce. Estuaries also perform other valuable services. Water draining from uplands carry sediments, nutrients, and other pollutants to estuaries. Meanwhile, salt water is denser, thus heavier than fresh water. So, salt water sinks. So, along the estuarine, there are mangrove forests. Trees with roots which are above the ground, they protect they protect us from floods, winds, waves, and water currents. There are also salt marshes, an area of flat, wet ground which is sometimes covered by salt water, and the swamps, an area of very wet land with wild plants growing in it. Next, we'll move on to freshwater region. The freshwater region have a low salt concentration, less than 1%. Freshwater regions are further categorized as ponds and lakes, streams and rivers, and also wetlands. When we say ponds and lakes, they are the bodies of water with few square meters inside. Many ponds are seasonal, lasting just a couple of months, while lakes may exist for hundreds of years or more. The temperature in summer is 4 degrees Celsius, and at the bottom, near 22 degrees Celsius at the top. So the temperature during winter can be 4 degrees Celsius at the bottom, while 0 degrees at the top, or it is frozen in winter. And during spring and fall, there's a mixing of water resulting in 40 degrees Celsius. So here are the some names of lakes. Saipulo Lake, Rawal Lake, Hana Lake, Ansu Lake, Finger Lake, and the largest lake is called Lake Superior in North America. And the longest river is Webster Lake in United States. Next, we'll move on to streams and rivers, bodies of flowing water moving in one direction. The temperature is cooler at the source than it is at the mouth. Freshwater fish is found, denser species diversity at the middle and lower part, less light and oxygen. So those are the characteristics of streams and rivers. Rivers have also names. The longest river is called the Nile River or River Nile. The biggest river, according to the amount of water, is the Amazon River. There are also rivers in Pakistan. The Indus River, the longest river in Pakistan, Ravi River, the smallest tributary. Now let's move on to wetlands. When we say wetland, they are the areas of standing water that support aquatic plants, sample marshes, and swamps. Wetlands have the highest species diversity of all ecosystems, not considered freshwater ecosystems, as some salt marshes exist, having high salt concentrations. The importance of freshwater is mainly used for drinking purposes, used for irrigation and industry, producing timbers and supplying food for other animals. It can be also used as a means of transportation, also used to generate electricity. And that's the end of our lesson. Thank you for listening.